So for this problem, we're asking you to create a distribution of 7 scores with a mean of 10. And to do this, you're going to use deviation scores. Right? So I know that I want my mean to be equal to 10 here. Right? So for example, if I know that I want my mean to be 10, I'm going to put a first score down really anywhere. It doesn't matter. Right? I'm going to put one score at 12. Right? A score of 12 is 2 above the mean. So that has a deviation score of 2. Right? Now remember, the deviation scores need to balance above and below the mean so that they're equivalent. So let's say I'm also going to add a 4 to my distribution. Now I have 6 above the mean. I'm sorry. Now 14 is 4 above the mean for a total deviations of 6 above the mean. Now, to balance this out, I can go 6 below the mean. Right? If I put a score at 4, that is 6 below the mean, and so I have a deviation of -6. Right? So I have 4, 2 above the mean for +6, and below the mean is -6. Right? So that's 3 scores. Now, if I add a 10, note that 10s have a deviation score of 0. Right? So that has no effect on my balancing. So here I can just add, I'm just going to add 4 10s. Right? So I have 4 10s. Their total deviation scores are 0. 12 is 2 above the mean, and 14 is 4 above the mean, which gives me a deviation score of +6. And 4 is 6 below the mean, which gives me a deviation score of -6. So my deviations above and below the mean balance out. Right? So there are a lot of different ways that you could do this. So let's say that this time I'm going to start with putting one score at 5. Right? 5 is 5 below the mean, which gives me a deviation score of -5. I'm going to put another score at 7. Right? That gives me a deviation score of -3. Okay? So that gives me deviations that are 8 below the mean right now. Okay? So what I could do now is I need 8 above the mean. So I know that 12 is 2 above the mean, which gives me a deviation of score of 2. Right? But if I want a deviation score of 8, what I could do is put 4 of them here. Right? I have 4 12s, which gives me total deviations above the mean of 8. Below the mean is -8. Right? Right? So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 6 scores. If I add a 10, my deviation score of 10 is 0. I now have 7 scores. It's an asymmetrical distribution. It looks different above the mean and below the mean, but my deviation scores balance out.